Good morning everyone. Today we're back over at the hellhole job. We've got the go ahead to put all the electrics right there. As you can see, it's a lovely day in Electricville. Right, welcome back to this job. We've got the go ahead for the works like I said. We're going to start upstairs and just basically do a little bit of testing as well. See what the condition is like of the existing sockets. If I'm not happy with them, I'll move them or we'll rewire them. Again, I'm going to test the lights, see what the condition they're in. I think they're okay, but a little bit of any ICR won't do any harm at this stage, and certainly it looks like the whole house has been cleared out now, apart from this room. Certainly no carpets anymore. Alright, let's get some tools in. Alright, I'm just going to start doing a bit of testing, but I've just realised my green... just realised I've got a bad cough. My green crock clip has, for some reason or another, decided to explode a little bit, and the springs fired off, and it's all annoying. So I'm going to try and fix this. So I'm going to carefully try and build this thing back together, if I can. Have a look at how the brown one is built. So that goes behind there. You just know this is going to fly off over there and bounce to the other side of the world. Right, first of all, I'm going to get rid of all this animal shit in here. There actually is animal shit in here. There actually is animals. Look. Mouse shit. Like what I'm talking about is these cables and stuff. Right, I suppose I should turn the installation off. No, we won't pull that out. What is all this? What have we got here? So these are the two ends of the kitchen ring that I disconnected last time I was here. And we'll just do a bit of testing on these. Insulation resistance, a bit of continuity, see how things are going with the cable basically. Look at the state of the earths. I don't know if you can see what they've done with it. Let me show you, look at the earths, the CPCs. Look what they've done. So there's the I believe this one's a cooker that I disconnected, but look at this one. So there's the two ends of the ring. Look what they've done. They didn't have enough earth sleeving. They must have ran out for that last couple of inches there. Can you see it? Must have ran out of earth sleeving. And did the usual. Put them in the same sleeving. Well, that would account for running out of sleeving, wouldn't it? Putting it in the same sleeving instead of individually. Just horrendous. Right, so we'll pull these cables out. This is the kitchen. This is the kitchen ring in the, well, obviously in the kitchen. Where else would it be? Come on. And these are where the, you know, obviously wiggled them together. So start the tester, continuity, null the lead. That didn't last long. Looks like I will be ordering another one of those from Amazon or eBay or anywhere. So below it is. Don't let this confuse you, just go with it. You have to just accept that I know what I'm doing. Okay, null the leads. Not 0.75. So see there we've got 0.47 on the neutrals. No 0.46 on the browns, the lines, the lives basically to the we've got 0.77 on the CPC. So that's we have a ring, we have a complete ring on all three conductors. 0.77, yeah, that's about right. That reading, considering it's a smaller cross-sectional area on the CPC, with it being 1.5 mil. But that's they're good readings. Length of cable. Right, let's do an insulation resistance test. One thing you find a lot of in these properties is where you've got a light fitting like this, and after the fact someone's come along and installed an alarm. When I say properties like this, what I mean is this is a tenanted property. Obviously it's vacant at the moment, but the alarm is redundant. It no longer works. It's not worked for years, it looks like. The code has been long lost and it's just part of the wall now. So I'm going to disconnect that and remove this, because you often find that they've wired it from the nearest light fitting, which is, you can see there's 4 lines there, 4 reds, and that's what they do. They just kind of come across from this to that and down. So we'll get rid of that, make it a bit tidier, and change this pendant. The thing is, it says 2006 there. We've still got the oh, there's a date here. Date actually here. 2003. There's a giveaway here because I mean it's been installed. Obviously, it's not so old, but it's not real modern. So, with the existence of the old Brexit cables here, the red and black, that's kind of pinning it to kind of not too old, but not certainly not too new. It had a bit of a life. Now it's going in the bin. Right, so I've pulled away all these circuits now, tested each one, kitchen, cooker and sockets for the rest of the house. There's also, this is all the old stuff out the board. Strip the board down. Although it's going, it's not going just yet. I've stripped the board down. I don't know what all this is doing or anything. I'm going to pull all these out. The lights we're going to leave. I'm about to test these now. Yeah, go and find the end of line on it. I think it's in the bathroom, but we'll go and test and check that. So let's just do a bit of linking out. And we'll go in the bathroom and have a look. Right, so we're actually in the back bedroom now. The end of line wasn't in the bathroom as I first thought, but it's in the back bedroom, which makes sense to be honest, because this is the most furthest away light fitting, and so yeah, this is where we're going to test and get our readings from. Obviously, the state of this pendant anyway, it's getting changed. The best thing about it is the bulb that's attached to it, so I'll be renewing all that. Right, so let's quick check out there. You can see what's going on. You got one in and one for your switch, which is just there. And obviously, because we're doing the R1, R2, I want to leave it turned on, switched on. I'll attempt to get the probes on there, or the crop clip and the probe, while holding the camera and getting a reading. Wish me luck. No, not there. Oh, there we go. So that means it's not even, yeah, put the blue on the switch line. What are we getting there? 1.58, 1.59. Rising slightly. Yeah, 1.59. Alright, so that's the end of line for the lights. Yeah, proving that the earths are connected. I obviously will go back, because I'm changing every pendant in the house anyway. I'll go back and just double check, make sure all the CPCs are tight and everything. And obviously by the time I finish changing all the pendants, that reading, not quite, that 1.59 reading should come down a bit. Okay guys, so I just had a phone call. I've got to go to an emergency somewhere where there's no power to another property, which basically means someone's router's not working, so no internet. I'm going to go over there now, and I'll be there probably for, well, who knows how long I'll be there, but I won't be coming back here today because it's across the other side of town. So tomorrow we're going to be dealing with these sockets here. This is the upstairs ones, just sinking them in the wall, getting rid of all this trunking, raising them a bit. Not sure what's going on there with that 6mm stuff, but we'll be getting rid of that. Taking every socket off, making sure everything's fine and connected up properly behind them. Yeah, the kitchen stuff as well. So I'm going to get rid of the tools, put them back in the van, and we'll meet back here tomorrow to continue with upstairs and the kitchen. Okay, see you tomorrow. That should get me through the morning. Hello everyone. Well, as you can see, I've got the mask on and it's needed. I've got a few bulbs up here, and yeah, you can see the extent of which I've had to do because the wiring up here is just so bad. I put a double socket there and a double socket over there for the bedroom. But the cables that were in, there was one going from there, this white one here, that was going to that socket that was there, going round here to a JB there, which goes to another JB here, which goes to many more JBs under there. So there was a slight issue with the insulation resistance results. I was going to try and trace it back, test it a little bit, make sure, see if I could get a decent ring. Well, we had a ring, but decent kind of readings, and if there was an actual ring, without being kind of bridges and spurs off and all that kind of stuff. But it looks like that's what's happening. So I'm going to utilise a few of the cables that are up here, and then basically just redo everything else. Remember the beginning of the video, the last video, when we were last here, I said this house is, you know, it's dangerous and everything, and that this room doesn't look too bad, the one with the funky light fitting. Well, this just goes to show how looks can be deceiving. You just look here, I just pulled this off because we're rewiring the upstairs sockets. So, you know, yeah, okay, so it might be a spur, no flying lead, however far you want to go with it, or grommet, whatever. But then you just take a little look as to where it's coming from. And it's taped up there because it wasn't quite long enough. And then it's taped up here because it wasn't quite long enough or something. And then someone's chopped it and added a brown and blue to extend something somewhere. So this is kind of why, like I say, looks can be a bit deceiving even when you're doing a bit of a visual inspection. That's why we take fronts off, pop a few floorboards up, see what's going on. Obviously test, but every form and every part of testing and inspecting is needed here, and it all arrives at the same conclusion: rewire the upstairs sockets. So a little tip that I use is get a piece of metal capping there, just kind of nail it to the architrave on the door, and then the laser will obviously slide up and down that on its magnet any height you like. And you just simply put it to the height you want. You can see it's hit all the sockets at the right height. Right, just thought I'd show you my little tip. Right. When I got here this morning, the customer said, "Don't worry about dinner, it's on me today. It's a local delicacy." So this arrived, and yeah, I can't wait. I don't even want to hear you saying I've overfilled it. That's where it gets filled to. Leave me alone. All the upstairs sockets are first fixed now, as you can see. They're all waiting for the plasterer now. All these rooms just awaiting the plasterer to come. You can see here some of the kind of crap I'm pulling out. Old cable, new cable, bridges, links, spurs and spurs and spurs. And I'm just gonna nick this bag from the plumber, fill it up, and I'll put it in with the big Christmas bonus scrap pile. Right, so here we are in the kitchen, a bit echoey now. You can see we've first fixed, all the sockets are in now. One under the sink for the washing machine, feed for the boiler over there, and then just back up here. And a cooker outlet there. There's going to be an extractor fan up there where that hole is. Obviously all the plaster still needs taking off everywhere, all the kind of render and whatever else is there, and I believe it's having some kind of damp proof membrane put through it, however. I'm not sure. Going to finish the capping off in here and then we'll go in the loft. I've got some smoke alarms, interlinked wired smoke alarms to run. We've got these things in already, these Fire Angel ones. You see them? I'm not going to press it right now because I have a bit of a headache, to be honest. They are loud. However, we're going to run some new ones up and down stairs, interlinked, like I said. And let's get in the loft. Let's see what on earth's going on in here. Well, there's certainly lots of insulation. Quite a big area, really. Right, so opened up now, leave the light on there. We'll go and get the mask. Some of the shit that they find in the loft, I don't know what a Dolce & Gabbana bag, whatever that is. What's this one? Nothing, it's a leather bag, nothing in it. There's never any money in them. Oh yeah, Burberry. Oh yeah, Burberry, I remember them, yeah. Never mind, I'll just leave it all there. Right, okay guys, ran the cable in the loft for the smoke alarm. This mask is beginning to really annoy me, so it's time to go downstairs and get a cup of tea. Apologies if you can hardly see me in here, it's quite dark. This is some of the pendants, well, one of the pendants that we're changing. And this is the why we're changing it, just the basic general condition that it's in. Look at the state of my hands. It's got missing sleeving on the CPCs. It's in a bad state, the contacts are all broken. As you can hear, half the loft seems to be coming out with this one. It's just basically crap. So we're changing it all, and we're going to this much effort for the rest of the house. We might as well be changing all these. And usually, or sometimes, you can just get away with changing just the drop, just the pendant drop itself. If that's all that's wrong with it. Sometimes if it's just the cap, or there's some problem with the flex or anything like that. But in this situation, like I said, we're going to this extent. We're going to unchange all the pendants throughout the house. I've got the pendant on now. See how I've had to use some bit of fire cement in there just to kind of seal the hole a little bit, and that's just basically because half the loft was falling out of it, and there's no way, you know, you've got to seal it up anyway for fire reasons, but also to stop all of, I mean, look, all I did was change that pendant down there, change one pendant. Look at the colour of me. I've got 160 years of industrial revolution just fell through the ceiling for one pendant. Thank God this house is not, you know, it's got the cream carpet going on, no one's living in here, it's just a kind of floorboard, rough old house, but all this from one pendant. Alright, never mind, the tools will clean up. People say, why are electricians always so clean and everything, and especially plumbers, they're always giving us, and that's just because we clean ourselves after we've done a dirty job. Okay, and tools obviously. Right, so all the pendants have been changed in the house now. We're going to go and get rid of all this crap in this lovely light shade. Put it somewhere where no one will ever find it. We'll get the tester out and I'll go and test the end of line again. Check that R1, R2 reading and see if we can't get it a bit lower than 1.59. Be gone with ye, sorry bunch of assholes. We're back back in the back bedroom now. I'm going to do a bit of testing, get the R1 R2 reading from this new pendant. The switch is closed, which is there. Drop that down again with one hand, so wish me luck. Let's try and get the crop clip on there. That's some kind of a reading there. So that's come down to 1.38 from our original 1.59. That's good. We've changed all the switches and all the pendants in the house now. We brought the R1 R2 reading down. Just been drilling this 4-inch fan hole here, but the drill's just died, so I'm going to call it a day for now. Obviously when you're drilling something like this, it's always best to try and keep the place nice and wrapped with a dust sheet and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I didn't do that at all, so someone's got a bit of cleaning up to do somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up the tools, give myself a bit of a clean my tools, all that crap from the loft. So I'm just giving the tools a bit of a clean now after today's mess. Well, kind of last few days mess here in this job. You've got a greasy kitchen in there, there's paint in places and stuff, there's dust everywhere, there's that black crap that's been coming out of the ceiling, out of the loft when I'm changing the pendants. So it makes good sense just to clean your tools, you know, end of the week, end of the day, whenever you've had a bad kind of filthy day and stuff like that. It just, it helps and stuff like that. And it's also, you spent the money on the tools, you know, look after them, they'll look after you, maintain them well, keep them nice and clean and oiled and WD-40'd and whatever it takes. See, I've only had these for 6 months and could do with a bit of WD-40. But yeah, I mean, you never know as well, the next job you're going to go to, you might be faced with kind of, you know, it might be the old covers over the shoes, cream carpet kind of a job, and you're carrying in a bucket of rusty tools, you know, kind of full of, you know, black crap from the ceiling. It's just not the right message to give. So yeah, look after the tools, give them a bit of a wipe, it only takes 2 minutes. Keep a cloth in the van, and that's as easy as that. Alright, that's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to let you know what I was doing all the time, testing, inspecting, finding out what was going on with the existing sockets, existing circuits even. You can see that it's not always as straightforward as to just kind of blanket total rewire. I was able to use and utilise a couple of bits of cables and a few runs, a few modifications to sockets, move a few, and obviously renew some. The kitchen was fully rewired, the lights were okay, apart from the fact that obviously we changed the pendants, changed the light switches. There's an extractor fan gone in the bathroom, and there's going to be a new light fitting in the bathroom and the kitchen as well, actual like an LED light fitting rather than a pendant. Yeah, so if you like what you saw and you want to see more, click up here to subscribe. Left and right of me here, you should see a couple of videos. Head over to there and give us a view. Leave us a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll have a chat about anything. Any questions about anything really. And thanks for watching.